after 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Buffalo Bills and the champions of the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Bronco 80.
Throwing to begin is Richardson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. Steady.
Again, it's Benson. Has some room inside the 30. And he's in! Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
19, 18. Here we go.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Set to go now on first and 10.
Let's go now. 70, 60, Eagles. 60.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
4. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Alert! Action, 18! Go check! Steady!
On third down, it's a run with 2. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down. But didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that walk. Good for a Bills first down.
Here we go. Stop. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Milrow gonna hold on to this one. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
Now Milrow facing 3rd and long. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Drop all 80. Drop 60. Drop 60. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
A handoff as they try to run it here.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow, and that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
from the 41. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, set. Bronco 80.
On the bootleg, it's Richardson. Now he takes off. Richardson gonna hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. 7-3 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. 2nd quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Ready. 18 Cardinal.
On the ground, it's Benson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. Richardson. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal.
Tag. Viking 18. Let's go.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. This will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Okay, break. Go. Nice. Cougar 19.
The drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
19 yards.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Milrow. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
23 yards.
His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Cougar 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Here's Milrow to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. 60 Maverick. 60.
To throw again is Milrow. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tootin. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
This is 3rd and 6.
Hey. 70.
Ready? Milrow gonna throw it again. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's gonna have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Milrow. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down.
Just Dragon 60. Nice go.
Now it's Milrow. Has caught right side by Thornton. 2nd reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Drop 60. Drop 60.
11-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Milrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Brian Thomas
Now a timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Seven Pirates! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Milroe on third down. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Bills.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
And he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to air this one out for Jones. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
On play action, Milroe. Now he'll air one out, and that is incomplete.
So you take a look at the clock. In this point in the third quarter, you find yourself down. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily desperation time. You're going to have a couple more possessions left, but that throw there felt kind of like a desperation throw. So don't force it. Just continue to sustain possession and just make sure at the end of this drive, you come away with points.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing is Milroe. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First down, Bills.
Cowboys, 70, 18, tied in. Mustang 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, it's Milroe. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
for whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up third and real long.
A big play here in the big game. A pickup of 44 yards. Now Milroe on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Bills 16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Whoa, terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
48-yard
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Got it. Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. You gotta fuck this out.
To the air, it's Milroe. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play here in the big game. 53 yards.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup, to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both. And when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Gotta be lying.
He'll get this out wide. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Cowboy 80. Steady.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Point after try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Bills have cut the deficit to 5.
The score, Cardinals 28, Bills 23.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
to 60. Pass to 60. Let's go now. Cougar 19.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. First down, Buffalo.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a gain of a yard.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. And this ball incomplete on third down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
On first down, it's Richardson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready? 6 count.
On play action, Richardson moving to his left, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That's good.
2nd reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a 1st down.
18-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Go. Panther 60.
Straight ahead. They go with Benson. Take this one in. Ray Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away.
Makes the score Cardinals 35, Bills 26.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Cup 19, Cup 19, check smash, check smash. Trap 60, trap 60, track 60.
Throwing now, Milrow on 1st down. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 1st down, it's Milrow. Forced out wide. He'll tuck it, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Here's Milrow to throw. That is taken in left side by Thornton.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so Once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Milroe. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It was probably a touchdown.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
Milroe going to throw it again. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Second and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Benson. Has an opening, past the 40. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Bills 29.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play here in the big game. To gain of 43 yards.
60 Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. That is caught. What a throw. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
From the gun, it's Milroe. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run. Here's Benson. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
On the jump. Back. Ready.
That'll give on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Third and 5.
Here we go, set. Huh.
On third down, they go with Benson.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Out of shotgun, Richardson going for it all. He's got it, and he's going to have the Cardinals' first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
23-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And the Cardinals have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
Commissioner Goodell up on the podium, making the presentation to the Arizona Cardinals. They are the champions of Super Bowl 63. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.